why I haven't been doing any kind of updates or anything, why I haven't actually decluttered a thing since then. Well, things changed. Welcome back to my whole house declutter series. We last left off with a complete master bedroom declutter, tackled the upstairs medicine / storage cupboard, and the upstairs bathroom, which almost completely broke me, I'm not even gonna lie. If you missed any of these videos, I have a playlist on my channel of every space I've worked on thus far, and I encourage you to start there so that you can see all of the progress I have made on this incredibly messy house. Today we're going to be back in the master bedroom working on sorting through my memory boxes, but first I wanted to show this clip of Blake finally going through his box of random stuff that I put together from the master bedroom many weeks ago. And let's give him the praise he deserves for finally sorting through it. As you can see, the majority of it was trash, and although not everything in this box found a specific home yet, at least he got rid of the junk. And I'm just happy to have one less box floating around downstairs cluttering the place up. So good job, Blake. So now let's move back upstairs and handle these memories. I was gonna start out this video doing something else, but my bins got here. And I am actually excited to go through all of my memory boxes and consolidate everything into these bins. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go back and watch my bedroom decluttering video. Really all that was left was, I'm looking over here at it, a pile of memories or mementos or whatever you want to call them, keepsakes, that desperately need to be sorted through, because just peeking in the boxes, I was like, I don't need most of this stuff. Don't know why I kept it in the first place. And it's just something that I haven't sorted through in a decade or more. It's kind of like just shove the memories into a box, and the box just remains with me till the end of time. So I'm looking forward to going through this, mostly because my bedroom is still gorgeous and calming and peaceful, and I've really been enjoying it. And these boxes are the only like cluttery thing in here still. And I knew if I like put them back in the closet or took them downstairs, which is what I was considering doing, I could forget them and not make them a priority again. So I left them here in the bedroom because I knew that they would bug me and that I would want to get to them right away. So now that my bins are here, I can at least go through everything, sort them into my bin, and then eventually the bin or bins, depending on how many I need, I think it's gonna be 2, just because I got some grandma stuff that I want to put in here too. They're gonna go under the bed once our new bed frame gets here. So right now I'll do all the sorting and throw away probably most of this stuff and get the bins loaded up. And then that way at least it's just a couple nice tidy bins sitting out here until the bed frame arrives. Then we'll get on to the regularly scheduled decluttering that I was planning on doing. But I'm adding this in because I'm just too excited. Whoever thought I'd be like excited about decluttering? Actually, I would think that because prior to having kids and this whole mess, I was a very borderline OCD organized person. Blake always made fun of me and called me Monica, like Monica Geller from Friends, because that's how neat and tidy I was, if you can even believe it. If you've watched this whole decluttering series, you might not believe that, but it's a slippery slope from being like anal retentive organized to pure chaos everywhere in the house. And I think part of that, now that I've been doing some introspection, part of that is being a perfectionist. If things can't be perfect, we tend to just say F it and just let it all go to crap, because our perfectionist brains can't handle just doing enough to kind of keep things semi-organized, but then also letting it be a little chaotic. It's like all or nothing. And it's been nothing lately. Now I'm a little borderline obsessed with getting this place completely decluttered everywhere. The bedroom has been such a perfect place to like kickstart this whole thing. And then even going through memory boxes and things like that that are harder to sort through, like I feel equipped. Now these memory boxes that I'm about to do, they are my memories, my keepsakes. And then I have one bin of my grandma's scrapbooks and photo albums and her journal, some really important things that I'm going to be scanning and all of that. So I'm going to take all of that and put them in these bins. The stuff that's mine, I think it'll be probably pretty easy to get rid of a lot of it. So, and I do have one more box downstairs somewhere that I set aside when I was going through all of the papers in that episode where I was like, these are the keepsake things that I need to really go through more and throw away some of it and keep some of it and organize it in a bin. Well, I've got the bins now. So after I do the stuff that's up here, I am going to try to find that box. I'm sure it's in the office. And get that stuff in here too. If I don't do it today or in this episode, I will do it eventually. Let's go through some memory boxes. All right, I'm going to tackle my grandma's stuff first because that's going to be the easiest because I don't really need to sort anything. I just need to get it in this bin. And then I'll see how much room is left in here. See what else I can fit in. Also, I forgot to mention, I do need to go into the cedar chest and declutter / reorganize the stuff that we have in there. Now, I think some of it just needs to get rehomed. It doesn't need to necessarily stay in the cedar chest. I need to figure out what would be best to be kept in here and what would be best to be kept in the like waterproof, archival kind of bins. Paper stuff for sure. I want to keep in these bins because like silverfish can get them, mold. These bins are the kind that have like a really good seal around it and a little foam edge. I'll show you the lid. See the foam edge around there? I have found these bins work really well for paper products. These are the kind that I use for storing my vintage reselling paper items, ephemera items. So they're really, really good for photographs and journals and magazines, that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what I want to prioritize into these. Cedar chest is good for stuff like maybe even those little stuffed animal bears that I just put in my grandma bin, old baby clothes, blankets, that kind of thing is really good in a cedar chest because the cedar, first of all, it smells great and it keeps out like moths and stuff like that. So just from an archival standpoint, that's kind of how I'm going to organize these things. Well, hi, Maxie. I didn't know that you were there. Hi. All right, let's keep going. Weddings. Crafting tools. First keychain. That's a good one. Okay, let's discuss where we stand at the moment. Move the tripod out of the way. There's the grandma bin. This is stuff to either sell or like old baseball cards. I have to decide what to do with those. I have other baseball cards elsewhere in the kids' room, so that's why I kind of put those there. And I don't necessarily, they're not worth anything, and I don't really feel a need to keep them. I'm gonna see if the Comic-Con passes are worth anything online. These are things I used in my wedding that I can now use in my business. Don't need to stay in the wedding box. These were like corner rounding tools I used when I was making my wedding invitations. These are unused luggage tags that I'm gonna put with our luggage. These are keys and dice. Also, don't know what they're for. Don't know why I saved them. So, but these are things that I put in little jars and sell in my business. These need to go into the cedar chest. That will be next. The camera that Blake needs to get developed. And then here's all the boxes of things I'm keeping. So I narrowed it down to 2 of these boxes. And then that long one has all of our wedding stuff in it. Every card that I wanted to save, the RSVP cards, my invitations that I made, all of that stuff. So that box is good. I don't have time to go through the cedar chest right now. The boys are going to be back from baseball practice soon, and then we're going to dinner. So again, those go in the cedar chest. I'm sure stuff will come out of the cedar chest. This is all stuff to donate. I had a bunch of these. I kept 4 because we have the 4 of us, but I'll donate the rest. And then empty boxes to also donate. I don't really like these ones very much. They're very flimsy. They're from IKEA. And then this one with the American flag on it was just like not my vibe. And then like truly a whole bag, a whole bin full of garbage. Oh, I forgot this. I forgot I found this in my closet. Oh, shoot. Well, I'm going to have to go through this too. That looks like probably a lot of trash. So I'll have to go through this too. Anything that I want to save in this, it's wedding stuff. And I'm going to donate this Trader Joe's bag also. I also don't want that. So that will be gone too. I just don't have time right now. So I'm going to do this off camera. But trust me, all this will get consolidated into either the wedding box or just trash and, wherever. And then I'm donating this. So that's all for today because I got to go. Well, hello. It is many weeks later. Many. Probably 3-4 weeks later, I'm gonna guess. I don't even remember where I really left off on this video. I think I was putting together these memory boxes. I think that's where we last met. So since I'm kind of like thrown off right now, I haven't been doing any decluttering. I figured at this point in the video, let's just do like a little reset. Let's catch back up. Let's check in and see how things are going. Because it has been a few weeks, I think now would be a good time to talk about sustainability of the cleanliness of my bedroom, especially since that's what I have worked on thus far. Yes, you can just get rid of a lot of stuff and reorganize stuff, but after living in that state for a while, you can start to see where things need tweaking. And that's where I'm at right now. I'll give you like a walkthrough of the bedroom in an honest, completely honest state. All I've done this morning is make the bed, which I do just about every morning anyway. And I have picked up the laundry that was kind of scattered all over the floor because I put a load of laundry in this morning. So other than that, this is the true honest state of the bedroom. It's not bad. It's not bad. What is messed up in here, because I just kind of glanced around before I made this video. I mean, it's going to take me probably 5 minutes to reset, but we'll talk about that. Also, I want to show kind of why I've been on hiatus of doing this. First of all, the main reason is I had to get my entire year's worth of accounting done so that we could do our taxes. Because I am a horrible bookkeeper. I'm a very meticulous bookkeeper. I keep very, very good records of my business. And we're talking about my small business, my vintage reselling business here. But I just don't keep up with it. So, you know, when you have a business where you're selling a bunch of individual little items, there's a lot to keep track of. So it took me a couple weeks to gather up all of that and put it all into my spreadsheet and be able to do our taxes. So, and it's so tedious. And every year I tell myself I'm going to keep up with it as the year goes on. I'm not going to get behind on my accounting. And every single year when it comes to like end of March, beginning of April, I'm like, shit. I will say though, I spent some time after I finished what I needed to do for last year's taxes. I did spend some time and I caught up. I'm current now in 2024. So hopefully I can stick with it. Goals, right? We all have to set goals for ourselves. So that was the huge thing. That was the main reason why I haven't posted anything on this channel in a long time, why I haven't been doing any kind of updates or anything, why I haven't actually decluttered a thing since then. It's because I was doing my taxes. The other reason was I was like on a roll, right? And I was about to finish this video, I believe, and finish decluttering like the hallway, bookshelf, and put these memory boxes under the bed. Remember, we got a new bed frame that would raise the bed up off the ground so I could put these new bins under the bed. Well, things changed. We returned that bed frame and these bins are now not going to fit underneath the bed. So I'm going to have to reevaluate that, but it's for a very good reason. And let me show you. I mean, you probably can't totally tell, but we got a new bed. We got a new mattress. It came with a bed frame. We returned the one that we had bought. This one, excuse my fuzzy slippers. This one doesn't have as much clearance under here to fit these bins. So I'm going to have to reevaluate this, but this bed is a freaking dream come true. Our old mattress, I was complaining about it in the video when I was decluttering the bedroom. I was talking about our old disgusting mattress. And my mom happened to watch that video and it was getting close to Blake and my birthdays because our birthdays are at the end of March, a day apart. And she was trying to come up with something to buy us for our birthday. And she saw that video and then she was like, oh, they need a mattress. I'll buy them a new freaking bed for their birthday. So my mom like pulled through in a major way. This is an incredible gift for just like a random birthday. It was Blake's 40th birthday, so I guess it is kind of like a big milestone birthday. My 40th was last year, so this was just my 41st, but look at what it came with. And this was just free. They were just giving away these adjustable bed frames. So look, there go the feet. And I don't want to mess up the pillows, but the back, you could see, I don't want to mess up the pillows though, I just made the bed. But you can see the back adjusts up too. See? So I'm going to put it all back flat because it was nice and made. But it has been so nice, let me tell you. Like what a difference a new mattress makes.
We've been sleeping great. It took a little while to get used to it. You know, I think anytime you get a new mattress, like your body kind of has to adjust, but we've adjusted now and it's very, very comfortable. It's much more supportive than our old, just broken down, like 20-year-old mattress. So it's fantastic. Thanks, Mom, if you're watching. Obviously, I've thanked her already, but public thank you to my mom for this gift. It's been really great. And the adjustable part, so since Blake is a stomach sleeper, he can't really sleep with it like propped up. So we don't sleep with it. We sleep with it just flat, like a normal bed. But the adjustable part for when we're just hanging out in bed, watching TV, and especially for me, when I am editing videos or if I'm on the computer for long periods of time, like when I was doing my taxes, I do my stuff in bed. It's actually having my feet up is more ergonomic for my back because I have back problems. Rather than sitting at a desk with my feet down, I end up like hunching over really bad. Having my feet out has been kind of my little trick to keep my posture good and keep my back stable while I'm doing computer work. I use this little desk and it just slides over the bed like so. I need to raise it up a little bit. It kind of like over time starts sinking back down. But when this is like propped up and I've got my little desk and I can even raise the feet, like it is the most comfortable workspace I've ever had in my entire life. And that's saying a lot because I've literally like been fired from a job before because I couldn't do the work sitting at a desk all day. That's a whole story time of when I was fired from an office job for having back problems. Lawsuit. I should have sued them, but I didn't because I was young and I just like to get taken advantage of. Yeah, that's a whole story time for sure. So now let's do a sort of little walkthrough of the bedroom and I'll show you how things have been maintained, where I can see problem areas starting back up, and how this decluttering has changed everything, changed my life, and how we're able to maintain it. So let's do a little walkthrough. Okay, so here's just the little quick overview of the room. It's not bad. Like I said, it's a little cluttery right now, but what is out will literally take me 5 minutes to fix, right? It's just about like resetting. I think this is like a normal amount of just kind of daily mess. You know what I mean? There's just some laundry that needs to be put away. There's a couple cups over there on my nightstand. There's a little bit more things to pick up down here. There's a little bit on the dresser, but it's manageable. You know what I mean? So I see like can identify a little problem area starting here. And I will say this and that is Blake's stuff that has been sitting here for a while. And I told him he needs to, I think this is probably CPAP trash that he needs to throw away. This stuff was supposed to go in the garage. He's got a shirt that he needs to either hang up or do something with. That's his dirty laundry pile, as well as this sock that the cat probably was carrying around. This is just his clean laundry that needs to be put away. That's no big deal. That's typical. This is getting a little dusty and yucky again. These lotions shouldn't really be sitting out like that. I should probably at least put one of them away. Blake's been having some dry skin issues on his feet, so that's why that's out. Here he has just set some trash. This is what usually ends up filling inside of here. This broke, by the way. For anyone, so many people actually telling me I should just sand and refinish the nightstands. First of all, thank you for loving them, because it's like so many people were saying, no, they're so pretty and they're so nice, like just refinish them. Look at this. This is just chipboard, okay? Like this is not gonna refinish well at all. It's swollen, it's water damaged, and this is a piece of crap, okay? Let's be honest. Like, look, this broke right here. This drawer is like coming apart. These were just from Target. Like, it's not a good piece of furniture. I mean, I know it looks nice and I love the color, but I can find something new eventually. And as long as it's still functioning, it's kind of like, I don't want to put any money into these. It would cost more money in sanding tools and paint than it would to just buy new stuff. I see 2 deodorants in here. This one's empty. So he is getting into this little habit of not throwing his trash away. So I'll talk to him about that. He also left a water cup out, which we can't do because the cats like to drink out of the water cups and then they knock them over everywhere. So we'll have a little conversation about that. Here's his little remote for his side of the bed. This is kind of fine. It's just maybe a little, needs a little bit of touch up here. I guess he's single today too. Okay. His CPAP thing's on the ground. I usually just do this just to kind of make it a little neater. I mean, I know it's not pretty, but it is what it is. So that's this side of the room. Not bad. Like I said, I'll throw this trash away, give it a wipe down with the Swiffer, maybe put that away. I mean, that's 30 seconds, And then he has to deal with this stuff. That's him. The deal with these cat scratching pads, and this is a thing for the bathroom that I'll deal with. The thing with these cat scratching pads, obviously they're working really well because the cats have been going crazy on them. I need to vacuum all this up, and we don't need like all of these other ones, sitting out. It was just this is what I bought, and I wanted to see what they liked, what they were going to scratch on. But these can go in other parts of the house because obviously this is the one that they've been really going for lately. And no, it's not pretty, but I got it because if you remember, they were scratching on the box spring that we had on the ground here. That was their preferred location of scratching in this room. And I know it was because they had nothing else to scratch on. And I didn't want them to start scratching on this. Okay, so this is like a padded fabric material for this base. So it was really important to get something preferred that they can scratch on so that they won't jack up this new bed. This is a donate. I started a little mini donate pile because, you're always continuing to like clean out. So this is just current laundry that hasn't been put away yet. This goes in the cupboard up here. This goes downstairs. This is the boys' baseball stuff, which I always keep kind of separate and out because it doesn't have a good home in their room, which is something I need to work on once I do their room. If it gets lost, then we're scrambling to try to find their uniforms and pants and stuff for their games. So for now, while it's baseball season, this is the home for the baseball stuff. These are mismatched socks. I am still currently doing laundry, so I'm hoping the pairs to those will be showing up soon, and then that won't be there. Here is some random drawings Brody has made for me, and they are just currently right there. This is the remote to the TV. Here's my iPad, which doesn't really go here. I usually keep it over by my side of the bed. This is the kids' tablet, which needs to go in their room. This was the box of tax stuff. I just haven't taken it back downstairs yet. Once that's gone, it's much better. Yes, I do see there's stuff getting placed on here again, I'm seeing that as a little bit of a problem. So I am going to clean this off. Again, the baseball stuff is it's an issue. I think I can put it on the kids' dresser for now because their room's a wreck anyway. And then at least it takes it off of my dresser, When I redo their clothing drawers, I want a drawer for baseball, soccer, football stuff, like uniforms and stuff, because that's going to be just like an ongoing thing where it needs a home. On my dresser is not the right home. So we'll get this cleaned off because the more stuff that gets put here, it becomes like a magnet. And then it's like, we'll just start dumping everything there. So I don't want that to start up again. This one has stayed nice. I don't think it's changed other than the fact that I just got a little incense burner thing. And I put my grown-up coloring books and pencils right here. I need to dust, but look at how easy it'll be to dust now because there's like nothing on here. I don't want these right here forever, but I figure it'll go in that cabinet once I've read through a bunch of the books and there's not as much filled in that cabinet, So I think for now, it's at least like streamlined and clean and organized looking, and nothing else has come up on here. So I think we can even do that to make it look even a little more sleek. That's my laundry bag. Like I said, there's laundry running downstairs, so there's nothing really in it. So this has been a box of stuff, kind of just like an ongoing things that need to go downstairs. rather than just letting them kind of hang out scattered all over the upstairs, as I've come across stuff that needs to go downstairs, I've just been putting it in this box. And I can actually put these drawings in there too. And theoretically, all of the text stuff could really go just like that for now. So that whole box needs to go downstairs. This one needs to just get folded and put into the kids' room. The rest of it, it's all clean. It's all been washed. These are our sheets that were on the bed. What I failed to mention when I was talking about getting the new bed, this is a standard or Eastern or European king. Our former bed was a California king. So our sheets do not fit on our bed anymore. I had to buy some new white sheets, which is kind of a bummer because I had just bought these ones. But in the big grand scheme of things, we really thought about it. And since this was our opportunity to get a new bed, it was the chance to really think of what size bed really would work best for us. And we decided to get the standard king instead of the California king. It's a little bit wider and a little bit shorter. The California king was more narrow and longer. Well, we are wide people, me and Blake. So this has actually been working really nice. The length, if anything, we have like a little bit more space right here. The width, we already had a standard king headboard, so it fits that a little bit better. The width we didn't notice a difference as far as like crowding in the room. So anyway, that's the decision we made and we like it. But now I can donate all of these. The mattress cover is probably ready to just get thrown away anyway. The sheets, they're in really good shape. They're brand new. I think I only had them on the bed for a couple months. So I'll see if anybody has a California king in my family who might want some brand new, basically white sheets. If not, I'll just donate them. This is my tripod that I use for filming. This is stuff that needs to go into there. I had done this, and this is where these were just sort of living until I put them under the bed, which isn't going to work now. And I put my weighted blanket on top, and now it is Maxwell's little king throne. Oh, don't bite me. Don't bite me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up. I'm so sorry, Maxie. I'm so sorry, you sweet thing. So I feel terrible about when I'm going to be taking that down because truly he has slept up there every single day ever since I put this blanket on top. So poor baby. I'm going to have to come up with something for him to be cozy on. This just needs to get tucked away. There's some Band-Aid trash on the floor thanks to my kids. This is just a little crooked. That needs to go in there. The pen needs to go somewhere else. This was my coffee and water from this morning. This is what I'm currently drinking. This was on here getting charged. And that's that. So it's not too bad. Like I said, this is kind of just the typical, messiness that anyone deals with. And it's going to take, it's already just walking around for a few seconds. I've already made a difference and made it look better. So I don't even think it's going to take 5 minutes. It's going to take like a couple minutes. I'll bag that stuff up, take that downstairs and tidy up the rest. And then we will reconvene. Trying to claw me though. That's what happens. Dang, cat. A heart attack. Baby. Oh, he's so embarrassed now. He's so embarrassed. Basically done. Oh, Blake's nightstand. So clearly I have to clean still, but you know, the decluttering has happened. Like, we're good. I just need to put the remote back where the remote goes. And I don't even know if that did take 5 minutes. It might have taken a little longer than 5 minutes because I was moving the tripod around. But if I was just doing it, obviously this is Blake's situation that I'm expecting him to handle. But otherwise, I'll just run the Roomba up here. I need to unpack that, but I'll talk about that when I show you the bathroom. Once I run the Roomba up here and dust, I'm good. This is my one sock I'm leaving out until I find the match in the laundry. But really, like, that took a few minutes. And is it perfect? No, of course not. But now it's like ready for me to dust it and vacuum it and actually clean it. You know what I mean? What do you think, Max? Have you recovered from your fall? What do you think, Maxwell? Maxie, I love you. You're so majestic. Oh, squirrel. Let's talk about this landing area and the bathroom now. It's not bad. Again, I just added stuff to the landing, so it looks a little worse than it did 2 minutes ago, but I'll flip it around and show you. The kids' stuff here just needs a little quick pickup. Some headphones, tuck that back in. Literally like 5 seconds of work. This pile of pictures, that is part of what I was planning to do on this video, was hang these, at least the ones that go up here and here in this hallway. I wanted to get those hung up. Okay, this is the box that I just put here to take downstairs. Okay, so that kind of doesn't even count because I literally just put that there. These are the giveaway bags that I just made. Actually, I saw that I already had one started in the kids' room. So I'll consolidate these. And I'm actually gonna put them here because I am gonna be going through the kids' clothing. We're not even gonna talk about this room right now. Here's another single sock and a hair tie. That is a Maxwell thing. So we'll just do that. Is this from you? I know that they're so fun to play with. I get it. If I was a cat, I would want those too. So here's a more realistic, minus that box. This is how we've maintained here. Obviously, I want to address this pile. I just haven't gotten to it yet. And the bookshelf, which I haven't gotten to yet. So that is like the next decluttering area. Bathroom. I just pulled that out this morning because I was like, I want to wipe down the toilet. This spot right there, I'm not going to linger on it very long. I think there's some sort of a leak because I clean that up like every time I see it looking like that, which is every couple days, and then it gets like that again. And I know the kids aren't like peeing right there. So there must be some sort of leak, maybe from that little knob or something, and it's not happening on the other side. So question mark, I don't know. The bathtub shower area is getting a little funky again. It's time to clean it, but still not bad. I do have some like empty shampoo stuff that needs to get tossed out so I can get those where they belong. But again, that's just kind of your typical home maintenance stuff, you know? I can just do that for now. And look at how pretty. The towels are in the laundry. And then this is the main thing that happens to our sink is we start piling up empty cups. This is the one I just took out of the bedroom that I was drinking out of this morning. This is a couple days ago. The rest are Blake's. And I put this one here just now because obviously I know I'm about to take all this downstairs. So I just brought it in here and set it down for the sake of consolidation. But this is a problem area of Blake's. Obviously I contribute a little bit to it too. But for me, it's more like I probably had this and I got distracted and I left it up here one day. It's not like I don't really intentionally put cups here instead of taking them downstairs. I tend to just take them right downstairs unless I just forget about it. He kind of like empties his stuff in the sink and then lets it pile up here. And again, it's just one of those things where once there's something on the sink, it gets dirty easier because these were actually like all over. I just kind of piled them up together this morning. So it's like the whole thing needs to get wiped down again, needs to get cleaned up. But then once there's like clutter on there, it's like more clutter will keep piling up. So he needs to stop doing that. Or maybe I just need to get in a better habit of when I see them, take them downstairs. Like maybe it's just gonna fall on me. Otherwise, I mean, we're pretty good. Trash is almost about ready to get emptied. This is the boys' trash can and a pair of underwear that's supposed to go in their bedroom. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I had just pulled this out because it's time to just do that, but not bad. Need to wash, just need to clean it, really. Take the cups down and then just clean the bathroom, which everyone has to do, you know? This is not an abnormal amount of dirtiness in here. So I'm happy with how we are maintaining this area. I am happy. It does stay clean, much easier. It still needs a good like steam clean with the steamer, but just general maintenance, everything is much easier now that we have decluttered. Also, I'll say this drawer has ended up being the best out of all of them for just daily use. Like I haven't done anything to this. This is how we have it. This is like the most used thing in here because obviously the kids and I brush our teeth in here, and that has made probably the most difference in just our day-to-day life. The toothbrushes haven't been left on the counter. It's easy to just put them away. The kids know how to put them away. You know, like once there's a spot for something, it's much easier for a kid to keep up with cleaning their own stuff and tidying up their own stuff. So A+ on functionality on this declutter so far. Also worked on getting in the habit of every time I go up or downstairs, bring something with me. There's always stuff that we just sort of leave upstairs that we have to take downstairs and vice versa. So I'm just trying to grab at least one thing every time I go up and down just to kind of keep up with it. Okay, so here's my little vintage minute here on this channel. Please never mind the rust ring right there. I know it looks horrible, but I just have not gotten around to attempting to clean it up. So this is called a tumble up. This is a vintage piece of glass. I did buy it on eBay because I was looking for one forever and just could not ever find one thrifting or anything, and I finally just caved and I bought one on eBay. So what it is this is the little cup, right? These were meant for water on your nightstand back in the day. And then it's also the lid, so bugs and things wouldn't go in your water in the middle of the night. And then this is the little pitcher. It's got a little spout, and then you would pour yourself a glass of water, then drink it, and then, you know, just go like that. But I've been seeing people use them for their Listerine on their counters. So how much better is that gonna look? I need to clean it real good. I'm gonna really like scrub it with some hot water and soap to get, you know, because it is a vintage used thing and I see some little bit of scum in there. So we're gonna clean it up real good and then fill it with Listerine. That's what we're gonna have instead of this ugly Listerine bottle on the counter. So it's my way of getting just a tiny bit of decor in here, a little bit of vintage stuff, because I didn't want anything on the counters anymore. I just have my candle and my peacock, and I'll have this, and then that's it. That's all I'm gonna have on here. So, well, obviously in the soap. So yeah, that's my way to like get this ugly bottle out of here and just have one little like vintage nod in my bathroom.
Now it's time to declutter this upstairs bookshelf. This is our book collection. It needs some attention because I got the books double layered here now. And as you can see, we have set a bunch of stuff in front of the books. The problem was I had the books pushed all the way back, and that was intentional, and I'll talk about it after I'm done decluttering all of this. Unfortunately, what I have learned lately about myself and my family is that if you give us an inch, any flat surface, we're going to put something down on it. So this little sliver of space in front of the books was becoming a catch-all and no longer working for us. Hey Blake,
Yeah.
are you busy right now?
No.
Could you bring up the footstool and help me?
Okay.
Blake and I did also decide to pare down our collection. We are getting rid of the National Geographics, my first edition John Grisham novel collection, and Blake's Tom Clancy books. We're going to donate the National Geographics to our local library, and I'm going to sell the other collections online. He does want to keep his Stephen King collection, so that's what I'm going to be dusting here and rearranging. I also wanted to change the way that the shelves were arranged, which ended up being a much bigger task than I expected. I think that's all I need. If you want to start taking some of these boxes down somewhere, that would be helpful.
Tell me where.
Well,
I'll take the heavy one.
they're all heavy. They're all full of books.
Well, this one's the heaviest.
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, for me to list them, they really need to go in the office. I think we'll just donate all those, though, right? I'm not going to sell those. Those could go in the back of my car or your truck if you want to take them over to the library.
I'll take more than just this.
To the library?
Yeah.
Well, that's all we're taking to the library. You wanted me to sell the other things, right?
Sure. Nice.
Yeah.
What's going on the bottom?
Kids' books. So we can
Yeah.
move this blue thing out of here.
What are we gonna do with the shelf?
I don't know. I really want to keep it because, like, I stained it blue.
I can take it to
It
school.
was in my grandma's house for a long time. So let me think on it for a little bit. I'm not sure what. Might be a spot I can, you know, I mean, it's functional, you know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So if there's a spot I can use it where I need some function.
Right.
Here's when these shelves started to really piss me off. And you know that if I had to go off and put my hair up, it means I'm getting hot and sweaty and I mean business. I even got a hammer. These shelves had abnormal pegs. They didn't have the normal little adjustable pegs where the shelf just sits on top of it and it's super easy. They were like a clip-in kind, meaning it rested on a peg, but the peg also had an upper part that had to be pushed in and the shelf had to be slid on top of it, and it was very, very, very difficult to get them to fit. I am also flipping the shelves over because you may have noticed in the before picture they were bowing. So by flipping them over, now it'll give them time to have the books on them to push them back straight, and maybe over time they will start to bow again the other way, and then I'll have to flip them over again. But if I do, I am going to take a trip to Home Depot first and buy all new pegs because those clip-in kind are the devil. Whenever you see me just standing around in a video staring at something, especially if I have just decluttered it or if I have reorganized it, that means that I am not liking the way it's turning out and I am reevaluating things. So after I got all of the kids' books off of this blue bookshelf, I realized that I didn't like them on the bookshelf that I just put them on. So I am gonna put the blue bookshelf back, but I decided to clean really well around it and underneath it. The Roomba was not even enough to handle the amount of cat fur that was on this carpet. And yeah, I really like this blue bookshelf, and I was trying to think of some other place in the house to put it, but it turns out that it's better right here. And I like the kids' books on it better than in the built-in bookshelf. Why fix something that's not broke? So I put all of the kids' books back. Now they are a little bit neater and more organized, so it wasn't a complete waste of time. And sometimes this is just my process. I have to just work through an idea, decide I don't like it, and then go back to the way it was before. Plus, I do have other books downstairs that I can put in those 2 empty shelves in the built-in bookcase. So why get rid of storage that we need when it's really working perfectly well right here? Once the kids outgrow some of these oversized books, we'll reevaluate the book storage. When I realized Blake and I had been keeping all of our high school and middle school yearbooks inside of the cedar chest, taking up so much space, I knew that putting them in the built-in bookshelf would be the solution. And thankfully, I had adjusted all the shelves so that the tallest opening of shelves was at the bottom, which is really a perfect spot to put all of these yearbooks. And now there's a lot more room in my cedar chest. Well, I hate to end on a kind of incomplete note here, but it's getting late and I think this video is long enough. So this is our final product for now. Obviously this is still a work in progress, but it's looking much better. All of this just needs to go downstairs, but I'm hoping Blake will help me with that when he gets home because I'm exhausted. Honestly. And it's like bedtime for the kids and I got other stuff I gotta do, but that will get all downstairs.
Hey guys. It's so nice in here.
Oh, thanks, Bo. All right, you're goofy before bed. So I intentionally left that shelf open. I think I'm actually going to end up shifting all of the Stephen King books down. Yearbooks are going to stay down there. That just cleared up so much room out of my cedar chest. That made the world of difference to have those down there. The empty shelf is going to be for some vintage and antique books that I have downstairs that I need to kind of consolidate, figure out what I actually want to keep. And then this will be our entire book collection. I think I'm going to take the vintage children's books and whatever I end up putting here and moving those up and shifting the Stephen King's down to right here and then having the yearbooks at the bottom.
just because I'm just really anal about stuff like that. And I just want the prettier ones at the top and the what I consider ugly ones, being the Stephen King ones, down lower. And then once I get all of my antique books and basically the whole collection in one spot, it'll actually free up room in my office for all of the books that I took downstairs to sell. So it's just kind of some shuffling, but I think it looks much better. And then my trick to put all of the books flush towards the front of the bookshelf is so that we don't set stuff there anymore. Originally, I wanted to put like like framed pictures and things in front of the books and have them intentionally set back to kind of block the ugly Stephen King books. But obviously that was not serving us. And I never did it. I never got like a bunch of framed photos to put in the bookshelf. So it ended up being like our little catch-all spot where every time we were walking by, we would just like set something there. So we're not going to do that anymore. Now it's just a bookshelf and hopefully it will stay pretty. And I think that's it. I'm still like red-faced. That was a lot of work. I got really sweaty dealing with all these books. I forgot how hard it is to be like up and down with books. Lifting, carrying, boxing up books. It's a pain in the butt. So I'm glad to be kind of paring down our collection for now. It's good. I think limiting ourselves to the space that we have is a very good idea. And of course, I still have all the books in my bedroom to deal with. And all of these children's books are looking much better here. This bookshelf, I do like it here. And as long as there's nothing on top for now, again, it's all kind of for now kind of stuff. But for now, that's a good... It's working there. It's good there. I like it. So thank you for catching up with me and doing these little projects. Oh yeah, and I hung my art on the wall. Finally, I got some pictures on the wall. All of these pictures are either going to be hung downstairs or they're going to be out of here. So that'll be in a future video once we finally move downstairs, which will be soon. The next video, I believe, will be the boys' room. I'm going to be going through their clothes, and they have a ton to get rid of that they've outgrown, and I want to reorganize their drawers. This is something I do with their clothes often because they do outgrow things all the time. It's time to do that. And then we need to kind of sort through everything else. The closet is going to be my kind of stuff. Like the top shelf of the closet is like keepsakes that I need to go through. More keepsakes. Imagine that, more keepsakes in this house. But now I have room in the cedar chest to put like ultrasound photos and their little first footprints and things. Like that's what I know is in their bedroom. And then it's gonna be working with the kids to go through like stuffed animals and any toys or things like that in their room, which is not much. We don't keep toys in their room except for their plushies, which is like plushie mountain. So anyway, thank you for your patience. I know there was a big break between videos. Hopefully I'll be back on track, having videos out a little more often. Stay tuned for more, and please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more decluttering videos. Do you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
What is in your mouth?
Gummy.
Gummies. Okay. It's time for bed. All right. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. Bye.